So there's another message coming through about perception and the true mastery of this reality and of your life, really. And it's interesting how it's been taught to me, honestly. Like, I burned my finger this morning. You can see it, right? Burned my thumb while making tea. And I was like, fuck, right? It was so frustrating. It was so loud and it was so much pain. And then I was like, stop. Don't focus on it. You go into your meditation now. You don't stress about the pain, right? And I went into the meditation and I completely forgot about the pain. And it reminded me of all the times when I got a tattoo and I consciously choose to not focus on the pain. The pain is there. But the less you focus on the pain, the more you perceive it. And that's the gift of perception. And that's also how you can overcome challenging emotions and challenging situations. And, a classic example is really, do you focus and pay attention to the news, right? Do you pay attention to the chaos? Do you pay attention to things that you don't like? If you do, then it will be dominant in your field, right? Of course, you will see it everywhere. It goes back to the reticular activating system, right? And it's just like perceiving it everywhere, right? But if you don't perceive it, if you don't choose to focus on it, it won't actually be there, right? Because this reality is all about, it's a projection and it's a perception, right? And so you can choose in every moment to say stop. I'm like overly obsessed and fixated on a specific situation that is not serving me, that is actually draining my energy, that is actually influencing my vibration in a negative way. So I'm course correcting here, right? So, because that's also what meditation is. It's just a reset of your frequency to say like, hey, pause for a second, focus on the now, and then recalibrate your frequency, right? And then you can tune into that, oh my gosh, there's actually no pain. And it has nothing to do essentially with spiritual bypassing, which I was like then wondering, well, is that bypassing your emotions? It's not really. It's really what the yogis and everyone, taught for eons. It's about observing, right? And being like, oh, I guess this is right now interfering with my field. But we become so attached to, this is my emotion, this is my feeling, this is my stuff, right? And we create a story around it that we identify with it, right? When really it's not even yours. It's something that is in the field, because we perceive from the field everything all the time from everyone, essentially, if you focus on it, right? And so if you're overly focused and fixated on even your human avatar and what's going on right there, well, then you will always be stuck in this one-dimensional, I guess, how do I put perceivance? Is that even a word? Perception. Oh my gosh. One-dimensional perception of reality, right? And so stepping out of your avatar and being like course correcting, okay? I can use this avatar as a tool, right? As an amazing, amazing, fun experiment to navigate this world, but I don't have to create weird stories around why the avatar is able to perceive so many things. And so, yeah, what I really wanted to share is that this reality is all about perception. You can influence your reality with your conscious choice about your perception, about your focus, right? And attention. Alan Watts even said that it's like when you are a child, you are conditioned to believe that it's important for you to pay attention to specific things, right? That's one of the conditioning things where you feel like, oh, it's for me, it's important to pay attention to time. It's important to pay attention to what other people think of me, right? There's like so much programming around where we should, right, focus on and what we should focus on. Like, you have to focus on the money, you have to focus on this. Like, there's so much program around our greatest gift, really, which is you can choose what you focus on, right? You can choose what you pay attention to, right? And of course, because that is so powerful, when we can choose our intention, our focus, that's why, right? The matrix works in that way, where it wants to hook you off your focus. It wants to hook you off your attention. It's like attention overload, and we live in a day and age where everyone is just like, the attention span is so tiny, right? Because everyone is just distracted all the time, and distraction is the greatest tool to hook you away from your power, which is, again, you choosing every single moment, what do I actually pay attention to? What is serving me, right? So it's just an invitation to reflect on that and to think about stopping whenever you notice that you focus on things that are really not serving you, stopping for a minute and saying like, wait, pause, stop, recalibration, I'm focusing on something else now, right? It's the best thing to do. So yeah, wanted to share that and pray that it will serve you. Definitely need to do that a lot recently because I mean there's just like so much distraction and stuff going on in the field, but yeah, we always get to choose our focus, right? So I'm sending you a lot of love and excitement by choosing your vibration and your focus today.